You are living through something no human being has ever lived through before, and nobody around you even knows it's happening. And that is why this feels so lonely, because you are standing in a position most people around you do not even have the awareness to recognize yet. Every major leap in human consciousness looked dangerous before it looked obvious. The first people who said, maybe every human being has rights, maybe this is not okay, maybe what everyone calls normal is actually wrong, were not praised right away. They were mocked, threatened, and called extreme, until the world caught up and acted like it knew all along. And if this resonates with you, you need to pay attention, because the position you are in is not ordinary. You may be carrying a level of awareness that the people around you are not ready to hold yet. And this is where it gets deeper, because you may think you are just trying to survive your own awakening. You may think you are just trying to understand yourself, fix your life, protect your peace, and make sense of why you cannot go back to being who you were before. But what if that is not all that is happening? What if every time you push through confusion, you are laying a road someone else will one day walk on without bleeding the way you had to? Because that is what first ascenders actually do. They build without realizing they are building. When you break through a belief that trapped your family for years, you are not only freeing yourself, you are making that belief weaker for everyone connected to you. Your children, your nephews, your nieces, your younger siblings, even the people who quietly watch you from a distance, may not have to start from zero because you existed first. That is how change has always moved through humanity. One person sees differently, then another person has permission to see differently. Then a whole generation begins to question what the previous one called normal. And you may not see it yet because you are still in the painful part. The things you are learning painfully may become natural to the people who come after you. And that is why you cannot quit too early, because you are not just becoming a better version of yourself. You are becoming the reason someone else does not have to suffer the same way to become free. At some point, every first ascender goes looking for someone who can finally tell them, yes, this is the path. A teacher, a mentor, a book, a community, a voice outside of them that can make the confusion feel official. And for a while, that search makes sense, because when you are moving through something this deep, you want proof that you are not making it all up. But here is the part nobody likes to admit. The reason no answer fully satisfies you is because nobody has walked your exact version of this path before. There are people who can guide you. There are teachings that can open doors. There are words that can remind you of what you already feel. But if you are a first ascender, you cannot keep waiting for someone outside of you to confirm what your soul already knows. The map can point, but it cannot replace the signal inside you. And this is not arrogance. This is necessity, because the guides that exist were built for people waking up in a different time, under different pressure, with different battles, different noise, different distractions, and different levels of awareness. You are not disrespecting the teachers who came before you by trusting yourself. You are continuing what they started. The most important skill you will ever develop is not how long you can meditate, how much you can study, or how perfectly you can explain your beliefs. It is whether you can trust the quiet signal inside you while the entire outside world is trying to make you doubt it. Because eventually, the first ascender has to stop asking, who can validate me? And start realizing, maybe I was not meant to be validated. Maybe I was meant to become the evidence. The people who call you crazy may not be your enemies. Sometimes they love you. Sometimes they mean well. Sometimes they are genuinely trying to protect you from something they cannot understand. But that is exactly why it hurts. Because when strangers misunderstand you, you can ignore it. But when the people closest to you look at your growth like it is a problem, it makes you question yourself. It makes you wonder if maybe you really are too much, too intense, too deep, too distant, too different. But listen closely. The first sign that you are breaking a pattern